Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So I wanted to share a couple brief thoughts with you today because it's been on my mind, and it's about ditching the clutter so that you can start right now living a simpler life. So do you ever feel that you're stuck and you're in a rut and you're just desperately wanting to declutter, maybe even to move to a smaller home and downsize, but mostly you just want a simpler life? So one that's less hectic, one that's less stressful, and one that you can enjoy more peace, more meaning, and more freedom. And yet, as you look around your house, you do nothing because you're so overwhelmed by the amount of clutter, the amount of disorganization, that it really seems like an impossible dream. So stop. Let me assure you that if I can do it, so can you. So when I started my downsizing journey a number of years ago, I still remember sitting on my family room floor and crying. The whole task seemed so daunting and insurmountable. And I was filled with all of those same emotions that you might be feeling right now. And I felt paralyzed. And then I remember asking myself one simple question. And this is what changed for me. It was that one question that said, where do I start? And it was that one question that made me take action. I knew I wanted that simpler life with less, and I wanted it so badly that I had to start somewhere. So I walked into my library. It was a beautiful room lined with wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling bookcases, and I decided to declutter one shelf at a time and one drawer at a time, and that became my mantra. I knew I could do it as long as it was manageable and it was broken down into small chunks. And as long as I could stay focused on one small bite-sized piece, I knew that I could get this done eventually. It was when I had been looking at the project as a whole that it was way overwhelming and it was defeating me. So over the next year, I intentionally and purposefully downsized from 5,000 square feet to 867 square feet, and gave away 95% of my belongings so that I could live in a simpler life. Now, I know that was radical for many, but for me, that's what I did want, and I've never been happier, to tell you the truth. So after I moved, I remember looking around at my beautiful little jewel box apartment and thinking how simple my life had become. I had more time, more money, more freedom, and certainly more energy. I had become so much less to care for, so much less to maintain, that I realized I now had more time and freedom and energy to do the things that I had not had time for before. So in that moment, I realized that I did it. And I overcame that overwhelm and the emotional attachment to all of my stuff. And I finally began living that simpler life that I dreamed of. All I had to do was say yes to decluttering just one shelf, one drawer at a time. If I could do it, so can you. So if you like this, please like, subscribe to my channel, and also share it with other people that might need this message today.